Please welcome your New York Knicks. At forward, at 6'6", number 23, Trey. At guard, at 6'3", 00. At guard, at 6'3", number 8, at forward, at 6'8", number 3, Brandon Ingram.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas to everyone. Greg, it is a huge day on the NBA calendar.
Well, getting a Christmas game is special. They're normally reserved for the best teams, and the guys on the floor tonight have earned their chance to be on the big stage.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. We got Okongwu. Isaiah Joe is out there with Ball. Then there's Banchero. And it's Reed in at the 5. Ball with the bucket.
There is such a length that comes with LaMelo Ball. This guy's ability to finish in the paint is really admirable.
It's stolen by Banchero. Reed with a screen on Ingram. Here's Ball. That's good, and it's Banchero with the assist. Ball's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rag. And where's the help defensively?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And the Cavaliers' Kenny Atkinson. Doris winning the NBA Coach of the Year in 2025.
And this was just an incredible honor for Kenny, who, of course, long-time record as an assistant coach, great player development coach, joined Steve Kerr for a time and says that experience helped take his coaching to another level. That has manifested in favor.
And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his first foul. Poke loose. Ingram with the steal. Here's Allen. Got a piece of it. Ball kicks to Okongwu. Makes it off the glass.
Well, you've got to see the whole floor. LaMelo Ball.
This team is nice, bro. Like, if this was a real life team, it would be so nice.
Allen.
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. Coach told me, quote, "Our success defensively in this one hinges on how we guard LaMelo Ball." He continued, not only is Ball a 3-level scorer, he's a top-tier passer with excellent court vision. And we've got to do our best to make him uncomfortable.
I'm about to lock in on this.
Back over to you.
All right, Allie, thanks.
What a great start. They've only missed one thus far.
For 3, Ingram. That one misses. 3 shots, all come up empty.
Locked down.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Here he goes. It's stolen by Wembanyama. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Allen with the screen for Ingram. Unloads. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
You know, that's what he wants more of. Up until now, the accuracy just hadn't been there.
Okongwu with the screen on Henderson. Ball, the pass to Reed, and a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here.
Jump ball.
And here we go with Allen running it up the court, and Allen slams it in.
You know you can count on Draymond Green to make good decisions. This guy comes up with a lot of terrific assists.
Here's Ball into the lane.
That's a finish he'll be bragging about for a while.
As he should. Very impressive.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. So Both teams making some changes here. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. You look at the Lakers. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
We need like a Ben
Seeing
Wallace
what
type
Cleveland is,
say something
they've
stupid,
been
so
middle of the pack for most of the season. This just might be who they are. Not a great team, but at least they aren't bringing up the rear.
Wemby against Stewart. Pocket 6. The fader. And again, it's the Knicks missing. The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. Poole, no good.
Just tremendous defensive determination right there. Refuses to allow the easy two.
Here's Ingram. The turnaround jumper.
And I love it when Ingram works for that high percentage look. Such a high basketball IQ.
It's Poole with the drive, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Pass to McBride. Some nice passing by New York here.
Oh, and I got Luke Kennard in it.
Here's Green. It's hauled in by Stewart. The Cavaliers leading. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Poole outside, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often. You have to be more careful with the basketball. These are possessions that you don't get back.
Can you fault me?
Poole looking it over. The layup off target. Toward the end of 1 quarter of play. Still a close game. Cavaliers lead by 2. And look. And we welcome you back to NBA action. A great tradition. Christmas Day basketball. Here on 2K Sports. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Buzelis out there with Mo Wagner. Then there's Miles McBride. Then there's Allen. And it's Gillespie in at the point. They're the group New York will start the second round. Banchero with the ball. Coming off a stellar performance against New Orleans. Shooter passes to Caruso. Banchero outside. With the drive. And finished off by Banchero.
And that drive gives Banchero all the momentum he needs. And, boy, he turns it into an explosive finish.
And, Doris, you see the talent on this Knicks squad. But there's always been questions about the intangibles they possess.
What's fascinating, Kevin, is this team built slowly and methodically and with great patience. And then they took a couple of big swings. It doesn't result in a championship. And now you evaluate everything.
And the Knicks making a change here. Henderson's checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Okongwu's checked in for John Collins. And it's ball in for Dennis Schroeder. And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game. Brandon Ingram, he's checked in for the Knicks.
Now into the lineup for your New York Knicks. Number 3, Brandon Ingram.
Henderson outside. And Henderson throws it down hard.
And Henderson doesn't need any extra motivation to head straight to the rim.
And that's a great look at that slam from our AT&T connected cam. Right. Ball no good.
Sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
Back to Henderson. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Banchero against Ingram. Outside, ball. Stolen by Henderson. By himself. And Henderson throws him down hard.
There's the basketball mind of Henderson working. Stayed ahead of the play for the score.
Okongwu with a screen on Henderson. Ball to pass to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Henderson, no one around him. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And that one, good. And joining us now by phone is insider Shams Charania with some news. Shams, give it to us.
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about this upcoming 2026 draft class. But quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you very much for the report. And now, Al Force has something for us from the sideline.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. LaMelo Ball is a playmaker, first and foremost. He said, I just start off the game trying to get my team involved, get the flow going. After the team's going, I try to get mine. If you get the team involved first, more pieces going, it just makes the game easier. Guys, back to you.
A great passer. Hey, Allie, thank you very much for the report.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. They can look forward to the Rockets Arena after this matchup to take on Houston. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Here's Allen. And so the ball's out of bounds. Henderson touched it last.
That's a perfect example of why good hands are important in basketball. It just misread that pass completely.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Here's Ball. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Well, the quickness helps LaMelo Ball out inside right there. Just allows him to get the quick drop on the defense.
Henderson passes to Gillespie. And he goes big with the dunk right on top of John Collins.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive stop.
Well, he's attacking, he's forcing the issue, and that's simply stated a terrific play.
Back to Ball. 6 to shoot. To the middle, Collins.
With a little bit of style, John Collins up and off his feet.
Ingram passes to Gillespie. Shoots over Ball. And it's Gillespie missing.
This guy does not love to operate in the mid-range, and it showed right there.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be back with you shortly.
Right.
Welcome, everyone, as we... Offense is clicking right now. They're playing high-quality ball, selfless. I'm surprised they're not up by more.
That being said.
All right, next up, we've got some and that about wraps it up.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. Man, we're seeing a tremendous game from LaMelo Ball.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Checking out the group for Kenny Atkinson to start the second half. Pete is out there with Okongwu. Then it's Paolo Banchero. Then there's LaMelo Ball. And it's Joe in a 2-guard.
Making plays for others. Wemby.
Cleveland leading by 6. Hey, Doris, were you surprised by the success the Cavaliers had last season?
Well, Kev, I certainly expected them to be a terrific basketball team, but that win total was completely striking. But that's the unforgiving part of the business, right? Regular season success doesn't necessarily always translate.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Green up on top. Here's Ingram. The shot misses. Reed with the defensive effort.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Knicks trail by 8. In the corner, it's Ingram. Good on the three-point shot. Ingram's got 10 points.
Silky three-point shot by Ingram. Just goes to the arc and knocks it down.
Okongwu with a screen on Henderson. And it's ball penetrating. Joe finds Okongwu. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And slammed up by Ingram.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
And he can carry a team. We've seen it from Ball before, and we're seeing it again.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Collins checked in for Okongwu. Alex Caruso comes in for Banchero. And Poole subbed in for Ball. Outside, Green. Ingram against Caruso. Ingram up top. He's got 12. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
And Doris, what you love about Brandon Ingram, he's the total package.
He is, Kevin, because he's got incredible size, great shot-making ability. He's a 3-level scorer, and you can mix his matchup on the defensive end.
It's Poole with the drive, and he finishes nicely on the layup. And the Cavaliers lead by 5.
Well, this is who Jordan Poole is. So dangerous operating in pick and roll.
Henderson. The 8-footer. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
When the ball touches the paint, you've got to swarm defensively. Really good job on defense.
Ingram against Poole. Fires it up. It's rebounded by New York. They've got the Hawks ahead of them in their next game, and it's in Atlanta. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip. Wembenyama, too easy for the big man.
And standing easily over 7 feet. He gets that ball near the hoop. Literally nothing a defender can do.
And that one's good. Ingram.
Cavaliers lead.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Poole on the wing. Henderson defending. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Henderson. For the lead. Sinks the three-pointer. Henderson's got the lead up to 2 now for the Knicks.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Left side, Reed to end the run. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Yeah, that's the motor of Naz Reid. Really impressive drawing the contact.
And that one falls for Reed. And G.A., you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations. So many great veterans to learn from and a Hall of Fame coach.
Oh, Poole is so slippery on the drive. This guy is so agile on his feet.
Wembenyama looking it over. Shot clock at 6. From past the arc. Rebounded by Joe. Cavaliers have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Banchero inside. Off target at the rim. New York's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Basket counts. Buzelis has got the game tied up here for the Knicks.
With his soft touch around the rim, Buzelis should score a lot of points in the paint over his career.
Banchero with the screen. And Poole gets it to go. Poole's got 6 in the quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Here's Gillespie. Off target with his three. Banchero outside. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Cavaliers. In a moment now, as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Buzelis out there with Ingram. Then there's Wagner. Then it's Henderson. And it's Gillespie in at the one. That's the 5 for New York right now. It's Schroeder with the drive. Yes, that goes in. Schroeder's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Cleveland.
And this is Schroeder's game, right? Get off the dribble drive with a quick first step. Nice.
Steps back. Out to Henderson. It's Ingram on the wing. It counts, and the foul. It's on Paolo Banchero.
What a move by Ingram, taking the foul, but also getting the bucket.
Charles Massey, he's checked in for Wagner. Cleveland also making some changes. Okongwu comes in for John Collins. And it's ball in for Dennis Schroeder. Scores the bucket. He's 7 for 11 and continues to look good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Henderson outside. Pass to Gillespie. Back to Henderson. Accurate with the jumper from the elbow.
A crucial breakdown defensively, and he was quick to make them pay.
We call that execution, getting the ball to the right guy where he can do some damage.
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Can't tie it up as that one misses.
And they've had the edge in rebounding all night long, and none bigger than that one right there.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You can't have that type of miscue in this moment in this game. You have to be on the same page.
And so it's Mike Brown here calling timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Mike Brown was saying to the team. He said to his players, I believe in you. I know what we have. It was less about X's and O's and more about the team's identity. Guys, they play for one another.
And Allie, thanks so much. Ball. And he jams it in.
What an electrifying game by LaMelo Ball. Is anyone more exciting than this young guy?
Green with a screen on Ball. Green outside. Benyama. Strong move off the glass.
How about the young fella? Wemby with a big-time bucket.
44.
Banchero, a screen on Henderson. Here's Banchero. A great pass leads him right to the rack.
You love that a guy so young like Paolo Banchero is ready in the big moment to step up and deliver.
Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth.
2 minutes.
Now Henderson shoots the three. Okongwu pulls it down.
Boy, when you're trying to make up ground, every shot counts. You have got to be selective.
Banchero against Ingram. Now Stewart. Now Okongwu. Carmelo missed on the three. Here's Ingram. Ingram drawing the double team. Allen with the screen for Green. Got it to go off the glass.
Of this we know, Draymond Green does not lack for confidence. Big time shot there.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Reed, he's checked in for Stewart. And it's Isaiah Joe in for Alex Caruso. Here's Okongwu. It's stolen by Green. Outside Ingram. And down goes the three.
So much riding on that shot. What a bucket.
I'll tell you, that changes things, doesn't it? Good job, young fella. What a game.
Okongwu with a screen on Ingram. Banchero, and he banks the layup in.
Used to these big moments from his college days. Banchero's heartbeat should stay low here.
Stolen by Reed. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Wemby rips down the rebound. Alex Caruso is checked in for Isaiah Joe.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
I'll tell you, they better come up with some points on every possession from now on.
Outside Henderson. He's off from three. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Henderson. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 4-point ball game.
That's what you call clutch free throws, and he shuts the door on this basketball game. Great job.
No good there. And so it's Cleveland who comes out on top here. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off all of that negative energy this crowd was directing at them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and the rest of our terrific 2K crew, this is Kevin Harlan.